Rodrigo de Paul is going to leave it. Otamendi's not the tallest, but he's got a wonderful natural leap. Setting a danger to Saudi Arabia here. Romero's up as well. Movement towards the near post. Goalkeeper spectacularly away. Then to great adulation and adoration from the fans behind his goal. Messi trying to work it through. It's going to be another free kick, and Saudi under pressure again. De Paul cleverly getting across. Mohamed Kano. Any contact was going to lead to a foul. Another position of some promise. After QATAR losing to Ecuador, Iran being pummeled rather by England. It's not a tough act to follow for Saudi Arabia in that sense. There will be memories of their first game in Russia 4 years ago, the first game of the tournament. It was 5-0 to the hosts. On for Messi to try and set up, but the referee has a problem here. And it's been alerted by VAR. And this is an interesting development, because these kind of pushing and shoving and harassing and hustling situations, mostly in club football, do not lead to penalties. But there was one in the England game yesterday. I think there's going to be one here. This is the 5th match of the tournament, and it is a 4th penalty. VAR absolutely up the numbers in that respect 4 years ago when it was first introduced for a World Cup. And I have to say, if they're going to give for every piece of wrestling going on, we will be well above the 29 penalties that were awarded in Russia. In that incident, the referee was alerted to it by VAR. And of course, we know who's going to take the penalty here. Down the years, I have to say, it's not a spotless record from the spot. He has missed in a World Cup setting before, but with so much. Yeah, look at that. There's a fair amount of red sprinkled in. But you wouldn't vote against him, would you? Already had one chance denied by Al-Owais. This is a golden chance inside the opening 10 minutes here in the Lusail Stadium for the great Lionel Messi. Part of the greatness is the nerve. Well, he scores. 4 different World Cups he's scored in now. And he's got the campaign to become world champion. Having been thwarted on the other occasions, he's got it nicely underway. There'll be a different view in the Saudi dugout, but there you go. One 0 Argentina. Messi penalty. But there will be talking points outside the match itself with this theme of looking very harshly on defenders who start a grapple with an opponent, even though the opponent might be grappling back or have started the confrontation in the first place. Al-Dosari. Tied up by Romero. No foul. No. Not as much time as Saudi Arabia thought then. They might be able to just put together a little tick-attacker of passes, but Argentina, fortified by the goal, ready to press and fight into challenges. The attacking left back, Al-Sharani, took it in the last World Cup as well. He does love to do this sort of thing, but he's not going to catch that. Up to the round of 16 in 1994, and the USA got beaten by Sweden at that stage. They've been out at the group stage in the last 4 times they've been at the tournament. They did win their last game for 2018. They beat Egypt. But not enough to keep them in the tournament. There's no doubt an early goal and settle a team down. Malawi going in well. High line from Saudi Arabia. Di Maria was trying to break it, but had to drop back. Martinez through the middle. Messi just jogging in the centre circle, knowing that the ball drops his way. With his dribbling skills, he can get clean in. Only have to beat one defender to do so. In 2014, the key member of the team that was making progress eventually to the final, but was injured in the quarter-final. On the big day, had he played, Messi might have had a world title in his CV already. They are now still wrestling, you feel, about that penalty decision. It's giving the fourth official plenty. Masrani with the throw. It's a little bit on the late side. On Saud. They do have the capability. They've got the athleticism. They have got. In fact, they've been together for a while now, although that might not be quite as advantageous as it has been in previous World Cups, because what we're seeing so far is the players who've been playing in their leagues right up to the weekend before last have come here in very much match sharpness, emphasised by England. Argentina have got a bit of defending to do here, and they choose a high line as well. It's a clever one. Using the depth and the height, but didn't quite come off. They're getting more of the football in the other half of the pitch. Fico coming together with Al-Shari.
Salman.
Perfection opens up a possibility here. Support is good, and the cross was quite so good. And easy for Martinez in the end. So, but they had good runners off the ball here. There's one, and there's another. Romero. Mendy being allowed to have a fair bit of the ball. That might be deliberate for his creativity. Romero a little bit more so. To leave one defender to bring the ball forward for the opposition, then it's usually the one deemed to be the weakest passer. Maybe being a bit harsh on Otamendi, but it looks that way. Argentina is Al-Qasari twists and turns. Argentina looking more or less assertive, and it's a good spell this from Saudi Arabia. Perhaps. At the moment, the South American side are finding it hard to get out, but the danger is when they do get out, danger to Saudi Arabia, that's offside, but stays down, and then it goes up. Of course, it's the way the game is officiated these days. When it's an in-on-goal situation, even though the naked eye suggested that Lautaro was offside, and the call and the goal opportunity is taken or not taken. One-0 Argentina. Massive penalty. 10th minute. Awarded by VAR. So Saudi Arabia found some inspiration here. Perez working from the right-hand side. Getting into some good positions. And this is intriguing, really, because Argentina, particularly with the confidence booster of an early goal, expected to show a bit more control than they're managing at the moment.
Nice.
It's an Argentina throw. Good burst from Nahuel Molina, the Atletico Madrid right back. I don't think the law is you have to throw it to Messi if you play for Argentina, but he's lurking with intent. Doesn't throw it this time. The great man. Here he is. Needing to get themselves back into the game a little bit. We haven't seen much of Papu Gomez. I think probably just ousted Alexis McAllister for that spot. times with Atalanta, of course. Flag up again. Then when the moment of potential goal disappears. It's past the 20-minute mark. His goal, difference between the two sides. It is a team game, but when you have a genius on the field, you have to appreciate him while we can. Interesting to see how, if Argentina don't win the World Cup, what kind of incentives he has to keep playing for the national team. Copa America. Over the years, you tend to trust the naked eye, but there are times where VAR disproves what looks apparent from the stands, and this could be yet one of them. It's not being pulled across, so just one. A bit of relief for Herrera now this time. Saudi Arabia are putting on a much better show here, as I think was suggested back in the studio. And Qatar, the hosts, ran yesterday, who rather overran. Saud with the throw. Just one defeat in those 18 qualifiers. It was the away game against Japan. In action tomorrow here. And that's not leading to goals for opportunity, so it's going back to old-fashioned officiating, if you like. Yeah, you're offside. A lot of the technology is enhancing the game. This is more and more data-driven. The coaches, players love to know their stats. Control from Al-Malki. That's too long. Argentina will cope with play like that. What they haven't been able to cope with is the 2s and 3s. They're starting off the ball to support the player with the ball and giving options that is usually pretty secure. Argentina defence looks secure. The ball, there you go, is another individual mistake taken off by Al-Faraj. It was Otamendi. If he got to the ball fairly, he was going to get clumped. And the free kick out of it. That's it. More when you're in the mid-30s. Yeah, Messi, but it's Otamendi I was really talking about. It's 34. It was close. It's enhanced. Side aid now. They fancy nicking the ball. The likes of Papu Gomez ways and ways. They've been unnerved, Saudi Arabia, not just by conceding the goal, but the nature of it. Romero, Messi. He has to go back. He was thinking of working it down the line where Di Maria so often on the same page. Didn't see the pass. It's more difficult at pitch level than sitting up in the stand. Romero. It has to go back. The long striding Al-Faraj was something worth chasing down. Hard part for Saudi Arabia is to keep the back door closed. Messi looks to create again. Martinez is in the middle. Rodrigo de Paul was hoping to cut back on the edge of the area. Farage needed a bit of help. Through. And it's 2-0. That is the strength of Lautaro Martinez. But again, that will be checked. But there have been one or two hints that beating the offside trap is the way to progress. Hervé Renard, when his team going well, disappointed, but Lionel Scaloni delighted. Well, he's been a real star in club football. Al-Sherrani might well have been playing him onside, the left back. A lovely finish. Thinking it over the keeper. He didn't quite stay up for long enough. Made Martinez's mind, I think, with the way he came charging out. Still getting checked. It was a very tight one given in the first game. And it's not going to count. So given as a disallowed goal for Ecuador and now for Martinez. And I guess that's the balance. Talking about goals provided for by VAR and the penalty coming to that category. And then the tightest of offsides, which with the naked eye and the decades of football, generations of football, would have been a goal. A very, very slender margin. It's not a goal. So we're back at 1-0, coming up to the half-hour mark. That's a decent cross. It wasn't a very decent clearance. Ball had gone out. Corner for Saudi Arabia. A little bit reprieved. Are they going to get the same sort of justification with the grabbing and holding that they will go? And I suppose the answer is, if they're always giving us penalties, this has been said down the years, if they're always giving us penalties, they will stop doing it. This has been rather thrust upon the teams here at this World Cup so far anyway. But they'll learn fast. Clever ball. Another contact from Saudi Arabia as Argentina tried to clear, and that's the contact of a very illegal kind by Rodrigo de Paul. Lovely turn by Mohamed Kano. Lovely. So, Al-Dosari is on the ball here. There are two number 10s on the pitch. It's the fashion to whip this in just like that, but that was too high, and Martinez, Emi Martinez, this is the goalkeeper of Aston Villa, having finally made the breakthrough at Arsenal.
Oi! Offside.
That's offside.
Offside.
That's just clear. Angel Di Maria. There's Alfaraj, who isn't frightened of getting well ahead of the ball and giving an option for a longer pass. We talk about it's the long passes and short passes. It's the right pass that matters. Sharani. Otamendi, but not very far. Again. It is a good effort, this, from Saudi Arabia, without trying to sound patronising. You just feel is that the greater firepower is in the South American side. Nicely done. Abakti, who's been training on his own, but himself fit for this. Kano to Osari. All doing what was exceptionally well, breaking up the play and then giving it to greater technician. The 16th cap for Papu Gomez, the age of 34. The force his way into the team. He's been in lots of squads and much like character. There you have the answer. Well, it's still 1-0. To Messi, and he's in again. Martinez, the flag is definitely raised. No VAR call. But that's the way, Paul. What we're seeing here is Saudi Arabia striving to play their football to get back on level terms and maybe beyond. But this is the risk. And they're going to get one right sooner rather than later, you feel, Argentina. And that could have been it. Pass was a bit too straight. That's Al-Shirani. It's been given. And those challenges as the player plays the ball forward. Well, Messi's got the one goal. 10 minutes left in the first half. Martinez has had the ball in the net twice. No celebration. Crossed by Paredes. Now with Juventus, as is Angel Di Maria. Still seems odd to see Messi in a PSG shirt. It's a fine ball in an Argentina shirt. Gomez throws himself to the ground, and the referee didn't blow instantly. Slavko Vincic, Slovenia. Was a foul. Rodrigo de Paul.
Nice.
Maria.
Messi.
Many passes here. Messi have exchanged down the years. As he goes in the opposite direction this time. Straight. Fico.
Sorry, mate. Sorry.
Salman Al Faraj. He's wondering whether he might have to make a change.
Ball girl. No watching to make a last system. जब हम 14 मिनट में मैच एक्स्ट्रा
he was involved in 2018, scored a goal in Saudi cause in Russia, 70th cap. Not want to give it up lightly. The limp. We are maybe preparing for change. He wants to come back on again. I think he was looking like a player who was departing the scene.
Nice.
Other side. Down to 10 men, but they've got numbers forward here. It's back on now. Captain. To stop Saudi Arabia in their tracks. The ball might have been won fairly. Big 6 minutes, you feel this before half-time. This knows how much time will get added on after being at the England game yesterday. 25 minutes at the end of the two halves.
Nice one, mate. Cross.
Nicely worked here.
Good. Nice one.
Messi, back post. Huge applause for Saud's challenge. Stop the Messiah. Sneaking around the back to make it 2-0. Gomez presiding over the corner. It's from a corner that VAR ruled that there was a foul, and we've got the one goal so far in this half. Gomez and Messi with their own particular plan. To a free kick.
Whoa! I go for
Protestations from Al-Malki. A piece of the ball. It's not from that angle anyway. Okay. Shoot with his studs. Important this for Saudi Arabia. Benefited from a couple of close calls. The Martinez disallowed goals. If they were to go in 2-0 down, it's beyond the width and the skills to recover from that. They played with some promise here. In by Messi. Those always look much easier to hit the target than they often turn out to be. For Rodrigo de Paul this time. Get over the ball, got absolutely under it. See any holding there to pique the referee's interest. Could do better. Sherry trying to come off the front man, really. He goes in again. Let's Faraz in. And still. Hervé Renard down beneath us, slapping his thigh in frustration when the ball was stolen there. Thought that would be another goal in this half, and it would be for his team. That's Al Shirani. Always conspicuous, not just the bushy hair. Referee looking through a crowd of players there. Spread his arms straight away, and that signal that means I'm not going to give a decision. There weren't too many complaints from Al-Basari, who slipped at the crucial moment.
Nice referee.
Referee got it absolutely right. Messi. The run was from Abu Gomez, but he went far too early. That could be a costly mistake so close to half-time. If he makes up for it, Al-Malki. The Green Falcons, they're giving it a go here. Also, Asian football. Here's Molina for Argentina. The ball puts it away. Finally get to Di Maria. Martinez on the move in the middle. Played forward with purpose by Sherry. Argentina recover. Was a chance to catch them right at the end of this first half. We've got 5 minutes, and again you wonder where it's come from. In old money, it wouldn't have been 5 minutes, but now they add in the VAR time. And there are those other than the match referee himself deciding what's added on. The thought behind it is a good one, which is to give the paying public more minutes when the ball is in play. We should all be supporting that. Big time used for real profit here by Argentina. It's a risky game. The back line have actually dropped off a little bit more into a lower block here, but one pass can take whole defence out. Stepping up through one of those is Di Maria. Gomez around the back. Force back. Well, not quite enough on it in the end. Martinez might have had a tap in. Angel Di Maria times those runs so well, but he was at full stretch and couldn't adjust his body to put some power into the ball. It rather bounced off him. The goalkeeper got there first. Paredes. Well, this is Farage, who went off, you might remember, earlier, and this time he's going to go off for good before half-time. Abed. He played a few minutes in qualifying. And the ball here, heart goes out to Salman Al-Faraj. Things coming so thick and fast. Any injury that might take 10 days to a couple of weeks to clear up normally is not too much of a problem, but in a tournament like this, you'll be thinking, am I going to get back on the pitch at all? His experienced player is 32, so hardly featured in qualifying. A lot of sympathy for the skipper.
Halim watching sabi. Agora like sa gandim.
Molina.
Subscribe gandim.
Romero's certainly shown no signs of the injuries that kept him out of club football for a month. Wide by Paredes.
No way of being flagged. No way of being flagged.
Last few seconds of the first half, and when Argentina got a goal so early. Saudi fans have seen some signs of recovery, and Mohamed Kano has been at the heart of some impressive moments. The South American side who carry the tag of being favourites or joint favourites or second favourites really looked in that capacity, really. They could point to counter-argument. It could be 3-0 up. Paredes. Added time to added time. Di Maria. Sign of the referee with his watch. Messi. Sharani on from Kano. The 7th minute of added time now. And the referee does finally blow. Well, Messi's made a mark on the World Cup already. On the penalty spot, he had a chance just before that, actually, right in the early moments of the game, which was well kept out by the goalkeeper. He eventually beat with the penalty kick. Tara Martinez will be frustrated. He's had the ball in the net twice ruled out. And Saudi Arabia in between have had their moments without perhaps threatening Martinez's goal too much. They're still very much in this opening match for these two nations, which reaches the break. Argentina 1, Saudi Arabia 0.
Football unites the world.
Na paixão
In peace.
and enjoy.
and football.
कपडा आइहाल्छ नि अनि यतिकै कुरा गरौँ न बसेर सब्सक्राइब गरिदिए अरे थ्याङ्क यू 49 भएछ थ्याङ्क यू इट्स गुड नानी खुसी भएछ क्या पनि हेर्दै होला नानी मैले एउटा हाफ टाइम भएको छ हाम्रो हाफ टाइम भएको छ सो एकछिन रेस्ट केटा हो नले हेर्न केले वान गरे ब्र्याकेट अफ फोर लेखेको थियो आज नले ब्र्याकेट अफ गोल सबै गरेर फोर लेखेको अहिले कति आयो साथी त्यसमा 23 वटा शेयर छ त आफूले गरेस कति आयो वाचिङ कति आयो 600 वाचिङ 1 घण्टा भएन नि 1 घण्टा भएन नि
कति भएको छ भने चाहिँ मिनेट
46 45 मिनेट भयो होला एकछिनमा यो चाहिँ म देखाइदिनु केटाहरूलाई यो चाहिँ देखाइदिनु मिल्छ फेरि यो चाहिँ देखाइदिनु मिल्छ केटाहरूलाई
के हो त्यो इन्टरटेनिङ गराइदिनु न के देखाइ
के देखाइदिनु
कहिले लेखेछ
हैन
ए भिडियोमै आछ
युट्युबमा के लगाइदिनु नि के छ त यस्तो अलिकति भन्दा इन्टरटेनिङ वाला
कपिराइट आउँदैन त्यसमा
गीत गीत लगाइदिउँ
कपिराइट आउँछ कि नि
जाने प्रेमीको बच्चा र पानी माया लाउनले क्या रहेछ दही बले जुरा र मलाई कहाँ युट्युब भन्ने यहाँमा ठुलो सब फोनमा बिजी हो पुरै हाम्रोमा साउन्ड आउँदैन दिल का दरिया बह गया इश्क मोहब्बत भिडियोहरूलाई टेक्स्ट गरौँ न कति पुग्यो Just chill. दुईजना साथी कति पिछे
खै यसमा अहिलेकोमा
लाइभमा 224 भ्युज भइसक्यो एभरेज ड्युरेसन त खासै रहेन किनकि एक्समा क्लिक गर्दै गइहाल्छ नि त त्यो यसरी एभरेज ड्युरेसन त पुगेको छैन क्या राम्रोसँग चाहिँ यस्तो गीतमा डुबाइहाल्छ नि बाबा पपकर्न सपकर्न के छ भने खाने गर्दा मिक्छ आफ्नै मलाई अब यहाँ पानी भन्दा जाने फेरि स्टिमरलाई पानी भन्दा स्टिमर छोरा लाग्दैन त्यो कहाँ गयो
is given is that if you're a defender in this tournament, don't be grappling too hard because you won't get away with it.
Yeah, and I guess conversely to that, Paredes he's really done well to draw that penalty as well. So you're going to start to see attackers and midfielders, playing around in the box to make sure that they're getting themselves in a good position to draw these fouls.
That's good for you as an attacking player, Walshy. Robbie, for you, maybe not so much. I mean, the defender obviously, didn't really look at all Al-Mohamed to the ball, which doesn't help. But we saw this again in the Iran game where, once that player goes down and the referee goes to VAR, it's inevitable what happens.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, the key is, in this instance, he's not looking at the ball whatsoever. His back's completely to the play. He's got both arms wrapped around him. I mean, as a central defender, you want to have your arms out. You want to block their run. You want to obstruct them getting a clear run and header at the ball. But you can't turn your back to your play and you can't wrestle a man to the ground. But it will be interesting from a Socceroos point of view. We know Harry Soutar is going to be wrestling with the likes of Olivier Giroud in the box. And yeah, could go either way for the Socceroos in that instance, you would think.
Alois sent the wrong way from the penalty spot, and this came mere moments after he actually made a smart save, Robbie, off the back of what, a couple of minutes in, many would have put their house on Lionel Messi on his left foot, finding the bottom corner with the opening opportunity.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of space, to be honest. The ball was kind of bobbling around in the penalty area, and Messi was just moving through that box as he does so well. He took it really, really quickly. Not a great backswing, but hit it a little bit centrally. It's a good save, don't get me wrong. Early on in the game, get down low and parry it away with a strong hand. You would expect Messi maybe just put that a little bit more into the corner. I think if the game was 5 or 10 more minutes in, he probably buries that.
Obviously, the defensive record of Saudi Arabia, whilst pretty impressive, only conceded 11 in 20. The high line, though, you guys saw it and thought, oh, this could be dangerous. And actually, it proved as such, were it not for very marginal offside calls. 3 goals disallowed for being offside.
They're riding their luck, but I have to say they have been awfully disciplined with their shape. This middle block with a high line is working for them. Look, and the only thing that splits the two teams now is a penalty that's, questionable but fair. But look, offside, there's absolutely no excuse for Martinez to not stay on the line there, at least make sure that he's timed his run. It's happened probably too many times for Argentina. They need to be a bit more clinical. We're starting to see why Saudi Arabia don't get scored against too much. They are a quality side in terms of how they shape up and the discipline without the ball.
Would Hervé Renard say, Robbie, that actually from a defender's perspective, it's the perfect offside trap? A couple of them marginal, of course, but they've got away with it.
Yeah, they certainly have, but you do feel as though that they're playing a really risky game because you know that it takes just once to get it right. And as you say, Martinez put the ball in the back of the net twice. They both have encountered. Initially, I thought maybe Argentina in that first 15 minutes weren't looking to get in behind enough. Now they're starting to do that, but it's all from a central position. I'd like to see. We saw it a little bit towards the end of that half. Di Maria starting to get involved a little bit more. All the play's been down this near side for both teams. We haven't seen much of the likes of Gomez or anyone out on that side.
We're seeing during this tournament as well, the possession stats, a lot of people look at that for dominance. 17% is contested. I mean, not much for the ball, 23% for Saudi Arabia. What does that mean for the balance of the game, Walshy?
Yeah, I think that, look, they're right in this match. Do I think that they can keep riding their luck like they have? Absolutely not. But I think they're quite comfortable not having the ball. And you see that Argentina, you know, they love those central combinations between the lines. And Di Maria is playing a very defined role. He hasn't touched the ball that much, but he hugs the line and allows all this space for Messi and all the other midfielders to be able to move around and actually create those overloads. You'll often see 5 Argentinian attackers sitting on the back line. So he's really been opening this space up, and Argentina are probably, you know, at some point going to capitalise.
Not ideal either, losing their captain, Salman Al-Faraj, Saudi Arabia. They need to turn this around. Not many opportunities for them, but they have defended well. All in all, they're only trailing by 1 to Lionel Messi and co. At the break, after this break, we'll be back with the second 45 from the Lusail Stadium. You're watching it live here on
Discover a world of difference on SBS On Demand. With over 15,000 hours of world-class entertainment at your fingertips. All for free. And stream our TV channels anywhere, anytime.
टिटो महाराज पिजाको चाहिँ हजुर पिजा फेर्न आउँछ नै अत्यन्त पनि अब म फेरि यहाँ फेरि लाइभ गरेर गराउनु छैन भन्दा लाइभ गरिरहेको छ त्यो लाइभमा पैसा बेच्नु छ होला देखिरहेछ त्यहाँ यी सबै त्यही त्यस्तो लुगा थाहा भइहाल्छ नि कस्तो जाने बेला दिन्छु नि गइसिन्छ जाने बेला दिन्छु
It is fairly serene looking Lionel Messi in Argentina as they emerge for the second 45 at Lusail Stadium. However, a 1-0 advantage is probably not enough from their perspective. They've dominated in terms of the ball, in terms of the opportunities, had 3 goals disallowed for offside. The job is not yet done for Saudi Arabia, and Hervé Renard, he needs to make some changes. You would think either tactically or personnel-wise, they've lost their captain. Salam Al-Dosri has taken the armband. What do? Robbie, do they continue to play this high line? Do they sit back in a bit more, or do they have a crack at it?
I think we'll see much the same for probably the first 15 or 20 minutes. They're not a side, we spoke in the pre-game, they're not a side that scores a lot of goals, haven't scored more than one goal in a game for over a year. So I don't think we're going to see them go all out attack all of a sudden. But as we said, the line's been working. They've just got to try to fashion one chance. Al-Dosri's been a good. El Sharani from left-back's been bombing on. The danger's going to be leaving too much space for the likes of Di Maria to exploit.
Very calm looking Argentina emerging for the second 45, Walshy.
Yeah, look, it's not about creating chances. They've created chances. They just haven't been clinical enough. And I think you'd be a bit more concerned if you're Argentina and you're not creating them.
Let's take you back to Martin Tyler.
Martin Tyler here.
Argentina haven't lost a game in the World Cup in terms of final stages when they scored first since 1958. They eventually were beaten 3-1 by West Germany. Maybe that's why they're looking so calm. History's on their side. No changes at half-time.
La Liga गरेको नानीले हैन
Now Romero. There's the work. Confident player, but ending in
Argentina
game was followed by some pain for Angel Di Maria, who does do that movement where he suddenly spins away, tight turns. A tight thigh problem from that. It's something that's affected him over the years. He's part of a bit of a history today. This is the first time in World Cup history in the finals. The team started with lineup including 4 players.
राम्रो सेकेन्ड हाफ सुरु भइसकेको छ र हाम्रो अर्जेन्टिना राइट टु लेफ्ट
I don't know whether that's a recipe to win a World Cup, to be honest.
साउदी अरेबिया साउथ आउँछ कि एउटा सुन्दा एकचोटि
Di Maria to stay fit.
र हाम्रो स्कोर रहेको छ
2014.
हाम्रो 10 वाचिङ रहेछ गाडा सबैजनाले सब्स्क्राइब गरिदिनु सब्स्क्राइब गर्नुभएको छ भने लाइक गरिदिनु भिडियोलाई है साथीहरु प्लिज सो सम सपोर्ट
Counterbalance to that argument is
हाम्रो स्कोर लाइन रहेको छ अर्जेन्टिना 1 साउदी अरेबिया 0 due to some issue I cannot show you video guys. I'm really sorry for that. I hope you understand. म तपाईहरुको कमेन्ट सँगसँगै पनि I will try to enjoy. I'll try to make you happy. And then
important first 15 minutes you feel in the second half. Argentina don't hit their straps straight away. Could find themselves.
Saudi Arabia goal! Goal! Saudi Arabia first middle goal and there.
That's how important it is. Didn't he take it well?
Stunning goal. Stunning goal box.
And listen to the raptures around the ground. Of course, we'll wait confirmation. That's the way it is these days, but they believe, and I think he knows. It's 1-1. And assurance in the finish. Al-Shari makes it parity. Here in the Lusail Stadium. And that's where maybe Romero, without his match practice recently, was just left a little bit flat-footed. We're hints of it in the first half, but nothing as quite as dramatic as that.
Finally, get out. 1-1 भइसकेको छ हाम्रो स्कोर
See
लाइन.
what Argentina are made of.
यसको नाममा भइसकेको छ र हाम्रो
Romero.
अर्जेन्टिनाले गेम सुरु गरिसकेको छ. बल सुरु गर्छ स्टार्ट भइसकेको छ फेरि पनि. हाम्रो सेकेन्ड हाफको 4 मिनेटमै गोल हानेको छ. ओए
They're up against a
Miss
younger
that
unit. Yeah, maybe without the glittering talents of some of the individual parts that Argentina have. But they've got something to fight for now, something to fight on here. Argentina looking to respond in the right manner straight away.
कसम दामी गोल हान्दिएको.
Di Maria running into traffic.
Nice.
No collision of any consequence.
Saudi Arabia Asian country हो नि त्यो विश्व.
Romero just couldn't deal with it.
हेर्नु
Even
कस्तो मिलिरहेको
so,
छ.
precision on that.
त पुरै करल च्याम्पियन छ.
Worthy of a World Cup. 1-1. Where do we go from here?
Yo, the keeper juga sampai sini. Kia ngarai kena ru.
Nervous now.
Weh.
Argentina
Kia ngarai kena next to ya.
looking
Susah sangat beri.
very much the underdogs in this picture. They're
Wait,
trying
no.
too hard, Saudi. With the Saud losing his balance, so eager to get the ball across.
Kस्तो मर्को के बिचारे यार. कस्तो मर्को के हेर्न राम्रो लाग्यो. अनि मिठो कुरा जान्दिन नि. तर क्रस लिफ्ट गएको भए
Well, this potentially is, finishes the game of the tournament so far. And Messi and company dig themselves out of this. Not the worst thing in the world to draw your opening game, but they're expected to win. They're expected to put down a marker here. Messi's attempt to switch the play doesn't come off. Another injury problem for Saudi Arabia, though. And it is the goal scorer. Sprint into block. This is attempted pass. Got a flow across the instep. The two goal scorers colliding there. We have noticed in these relatively new grounds here in Qatar, the acoustics are tremendous. This place is rocking. At least certain sections are. Some glum South American faces, though. Here's Saud. Would have been another defensive error punished. Waf had the shot. It was blocked. Al-Basari with a stunner in any circumstances. Argentina cracked open here, and Saudi Arabia are turning on the style for themselves, for Asian football. Two splendid goals. Hervé Renard, so proud of his players. They almost can't believe it, the players themselves. That's a World Cup classic. That might have been. The touch wasn't great, but the turn was pretty good. And what followed was the prelude for uproar. Martinez gets a hand to it, but he might feel he could have done better. But the power on the shot carried the day. And it is Argentina 1, Saudi Arabia 2. Right, well, I mentioned that not lost after taking the league in the World Cups in 1958 because it gives you some context of how remarkable this turnaround is against a hard-nosed footballing nation like Argentina. But it's not won yet, it's not done yet, but it's set up this second half amazingly. You look at football matches, you think, well, what if? Nobody could have thought, what if? Inside the first 8 minutes of the second half, a 1-0 deficit becomes a 2-1 lead. That's what's happened. That's why we love it. All respect to Argentina, but the day of the underdog is always special in sport. And it's been 8 minutes of the underdog. They're anxious for more. Doing well to rule without crunching cards. Some of these tackles fully committed and not always fair. Tagliafico, Otamendi. Di Maria. Looking for some payback here. Messi. And Martinez. What a brilliant tackle. Absolutely stunning tackle. A high five response. It was lovely football from Argentina. The best move they put together for some time. I think it was Saud who came across. Might have been Cano. Di Maria will slide it through for Martinez. It's game on. Paredes. Ooh. Argentina have kept the ball. So the great man lost it. Well, whatever you're doing, don't move away from your television sets while this is happening. Lionel Messi, his last tilt at a World Cup, and given Argentina the expected lead, now staring at a recovery job, which he was almost able to at least instigate a couple of minutes ago. Faraz. And the header against Tagliafico. Their men inspired. Those in green. Yeah, cross the line from time to time. They give away free kicks, but it's time for a triple change. Well, no surprise that Romero's going off. Enzo Fernandez coming on, and Julian Alvarez now of Manchester City. Gomez, Paredes, and Romero off, Alvarez, Fernandez, and Lisandro Martinez, the Manchester United central defender, are the replacements. Scaloni's wasted no time, really.
Argentina.
Messi.
Wait, Mitcho.
He's going to give a free kick to Saudi Arabia. He's winning the race. Lautaro Martinez. This is why they were so desperate to get Mbakti back fit.
Mama.
Test of character of the Saudi Arabian players, because start to the second half will be beyond their wildest dreams. They need to make sure they control. Still a long way to go. Half an hour to go. They need to play with some control. They need to play with their heads as well as their hearts. Too long. Marti. He's gone across to the right centre-half position. Martinez here is, that's the centre Martinez. We've got 3 Martinez on the pitch for Argentina, 2 L Martinez. He's there.
Argentina.
Centre-back or even left-back at times. He's in the central position here. Tagliafico. To reinforce his status as the left back. It's controlled by Sherry. Renard, probably wish he could get on the pitch and give some measure of control to his players who are trying to do everything at top pace. The defending, of course, has to be like that. But it's a matter of reining in your emotions. A lovely ball, which leads to a corner. Lautaro Martinez threw himself at it. Di Maria's pass. Nearly the classic diving header. Corner to Argentina. The 18th minute of the second half. And back to Messi again. Decent ball.
One.
Otherwise, made a terrific save. Particularly as the first shot is what he had to deal with there. And then it hit Tagliafico and was net bound until that kind of reaction. It's another special moment. But, and a restart. There's Otamendi throwing himself to the ground. I wonder if we were going to have a VAR review on that, but not so. Alois with wonderful goalkeeping. Argentina knocking on the door again. Al-Basari, scorer of that special second goal, comes up with a pretty special pass. Ras losing out. once, not twice. He's putting away the free kick, which is taken in the wrong place. 2 extra seconds for Saudi Arabia to reorganise. Sandro Martinez into Rodrigo de Paul. Pico again. It's back. Otamendi. Well, that kind of thing they've got to keep doing for another 25 minutes plus. Argentina rattled, riled probably by what's happened to them. And Messi's timed his run here.
Messi.
Tara Martinez. Lovely movement from the Argentina captain. Di Maria.
All right.
Starting to regain some composure and solve these problems. Number one solution in Messi, that's the goalkeeper's ball. Not an easy one in those circumstances. Strong header, that's typical Lisandro Martinez. Didn't get the second one. Carraz. Well with Saul.
Nice.
It was a loose ball.
No,
Was late. Some serious retribution here. It's going to be a yellow card. For Al Malki. Just had a poor first touch and it took it into the second one. Always looks worse on slow motion. Coming up to the halfway mark in the second half. What a second half it's been for Saudi Arabia. There's Di Maria giving the width again on that right-hand side.
Nice.
Tagliafico. Being cheered like goals by the Saudi fans. Tagliafico. Now Otamendi working the pitch wherever they can to stretch. Maybe break. Saudi Arabia, Messi.
Whoa!
Another good piece of defending. Normally one of the attackers. Has got there. Took one as well. Another corner. Messi's had two in a row now. Not enough pace on it, really, for Martinez to turn it goalwards. Between Messi and Di Maria on the ball is the key, really, to Argentina's potential recovery here. What a story this is. Whatever happens from now on, will Argentina have the quality to come back? Will Saudi Arabia host, you would say, the best win of their international lives? Anyway, he saw it before he tumbled. Ronaldo, sorry, Messi would have been proud of that one. Another change for Scaloni. Acuna of Sevilla. Play one game, make one appearance in the World Cup 4 years ago. He is a left back. He comes on for Tagliafico. Yeah, it really is edge of the seat stuff here. That includes the commentators. Done by Faraz. However good you are, and these Argentina players are very good, and you're put in a situation where you know you'll be hounded by just by your coach, but by the population of a football crazy country. You end up on the wrong end of a result here. It's help. They have got the know-how. Those older players just have what it takes to prize their way back into at least getting something from the game. It's one that Rice had to reach for. Argentina players were roaring into the middle. And again, always, this time from Di Maria, kicks it out. Weighted pass. Went for precision with the shot rather than power. The keeper got the better of him. Come Di Maria and his team again. That's one factor. Has been conspicuous. Mohamed Kano just got the athleticism in those situations, but it's ended up with an Argentina throw. Mendy's header. And Sherry, the equaliser. Sandro Martinez. Goalkeeper's ready. He's out of position. It's worth a try from Di Maria. Be a free kick. They need a bit of breathing space, the Saudis, at the moment. how well this fella's playing in all aspects of goalkeeping. A yellow card for time wasting, one assumes. Turn to Al Bulawi. Argentina in a hurry, they need to be. It's still a good amount of added time that's on in this World Cup policy, with 20 minutes still. Time is not of the essence as yet, but they need 2 to win. Maria feed the cross in again. Safety from Saud. Needed to be told, really. There was a player, Acuna, I think it was, making up ground behind him, so probably did have to play it, whatever others might have thought. It's over the top. Enzo Fernandez, who's made a bit of a splash with Benfica. Had a great start to his campaign. Scored, I think, these first couple of games for his club. Does become a bit of a yellow card candidate as well. The Saudi throw. Hervé Renard sticking as much as possible with the players. Began the game. Of course, he's lost. One thing we probably haven't considered is a third goal for Saudi Arabia. We're wrong in doubting that. Alvarez was caught. Last time Argentina lost an opening game to a World Cup campaign, I'm sure you remember it, was against Cameroon, the opening fixture. They were the defending champions in 1990. In the end, Cameroon got across the line with 9 players. There's going to be a change here from Hervé Renard. Sultan Al-Khanam is coming on, and one of the goal scorers goes off. Salah Al-Shari. Goal for Saudi Arabia, and as the number 11 here, surely hasn't been bettered by any of the previous 10. Certainly not in the timing or the context of the occasion. Here's Di Maria. With some traffic, Messi on the scenes, ended up on the ground. I think he's got a free kick. Quite a late decision. Could be a talking point. Because it's right down sort of slot. That's not a foul. Just finish ground camera. Referees are human, but it would be a shame if Saudi Arabia lost their lead through this. Questionable. Might have another view. My view, it was soft. Sorry. I think felt the same. Well, he's got the free kick. Job. Well, within his compass, of course, from this kind of range. Ability to go both ways. Goalkeepers setting up a wall and give some protection. It's difficult. Stand in the middle, which is what he's doing, gives Messi either side to go for. And you feel this could be a very pivotal moment in this match. With just over 10 minutes left on the clock, plus added time. So here he goes, Lionel Messi, and there's a feeling amongst some of us anyway that justice was done. Scored his first goal in the World Cup back in 2006. It's 16 years ago and a bit. What he's managed today. Headed on by Cano. Long from Emi Martinez. Underneath it was Lautaro Martinez. Alvarez. Quite got into the realms of desperation yet. Oh, Fernandes, that's a bit desperate. And so played with the feet, but it's so much in the mind. Argentina trying to turn a psychological screw here as they try to prevent Saudi Arabia edging towards a truly famous victory. It's amazing how slow time can go when you're in Hervé Renard's position. Seemed like a lifetime this last 10 minutes. Sandro Martinez. Acuna. It's done well to get the cross in, but there's no one there. Well, they're all ring fencing the penalty area, including Lionel Messi. Acuna did his bit. Shorter numbers in the box for the team trailing 2-1. Every little extra second that can be taken out of the overall time scale is players will try and do, but they've already lost one booking to Galagi for time wasting. And Di Maria found again. Team in green flooding back. Buying a little bit of time to Paul, Di Maria. Experienced players to pick their moment. Sultan gets ahead to it. Cunha. To Paul. Di Maria floats it in. And the header with a real chance. Wasn't powered at all. There's Messi. Maybe that's why he doesn't go on crosses normally. But, really needed some force in that. If it had been Lautaro Martinez, it would have been 2-2. Still only acting as ball boy. Cunha, that looks a foul throw to me. Fair tackle, that's for sure. Argentina's throw. Gonna get it. Di Maria and get it in terms of being the ball boy to hurry up for Saudi Arabia. But this side with starting lineup with 6:30 or over, 4:34 over, he's 35. Nothing in football lasts forever. But I don't think anyone was looking at Argentina in the build-up to this World Cup saying, well, they're too old. Have a think about that now. Al-Sharani, still full of running. Martinez slides out. We're past the 40-minute mark. Messi loses out. Concern is evaluating these situations. Yeah, the referee's absolutely right. In attempting to run down the clock, players do run the risk of more time being added on than they actually attempt to waste. This may well be a genuine injury caused by the effort he's put in. Faraz. Well, to stop Lisandro Martinez climbing all over you and winning that header. Plays restarting on the other side. And you can have your own sweepstake on how much added time there's going to be. We're moving into areas that haven't been used before in these World Cup games. So Saudi Arabia have still got a good chunk of football to defend against Argentina. Cunha. De Paul, Messi, Di Maria, Rodrigo De Paul. There's Di Maria with a cross. Faraz up and running. He's certainly any ill effects from that stoppage. And he is still running. Ends as a throw to Argentina. That's the sort of gallantry you need as some more substitutes are ready. Lamry goes off with a booking, I think, for delaying it. He's been booked already. One or two of the Argentina players are saying to the referee. Anyway, Lamry is on. And Haitam Asiri, forward, replaces the gallant Faraz. Get that yellow card first. De Paul. Argentina's still got the ball. Let's see. A bit shaken up. Di Maria was down. It's on the ball. Messi just loitering. Di Maria's doing anything but, and he's given himself a free kick here. Problem now for Saudi Arabia is bookings are rising. And, it's okay with the new players coming on. If they end up with 7 or 8 yellow cards, they need to keep 11 on the field. And they need to defend another Messi free kick. Surely he's not going to go for goal from here, but he is Lionel Messi, and Argentina need him. Doesn't take it, in fact. The outswinger. Great header away by Tambakti. Corner. Be fair to Argentina, they're giving it all they've got. It's 8 minutes. Still time for Argentina to win the game. Prodded away by Sharani. DePaul. Goalkeeper goes for it. Doesn't get it off the line. Offside is given, so with the clearance and now a yellow card for Alois with his protest. He thought he was fouled. There'll be some paperwork for the referee after this. Have another look at it. It's tight, the offside. There was not a goal or a penalty involved, so there'll be no VAR review. It's a great saving header. Of course, it wouldn't have been a goal, we now know, but at the time, Al-Amri didn't know that. One of those has recently come on. Well, they've been down this road before, Di Maria and Messi. And it's not the end of the World Cup, of course, if they do lose the game. But it's shown that they are vulnerable, even if they don't lose it, and they do get something in this extra period of time. Here's Sultan trying to get a corner out of this, and he's done just that. There wasn't much on offer for Saudi Arabia in the first half, but what they did show from time to time was the youthfulness, the elasticity of movement, the ability to win headers. And yeah, they've scored 2 outstanding goals, but they've withstood all the experience that Argentina have got. And they're using a bit of experience of their own here to keep the ball in the corner. But unfortunately it hasn't worked out for them because of an offside. 5 minutes left. And Messi picks up the pace. Stopped at his tracks. Sandro Martinez. Acuna, he's given it away. Good recovery. And now we're into desperate stakes. Not much shape to Argentina's play, really. Strung as many players forward as they can, trying to do what they did so often in the first half and not really getting the full reward for it, which is catch Saudi Arabia square. But they're not, of course, in these circumstances, pushing up the pitch. The runner in behind the goalkeeper's come a long way. And Di Maria, the goalkeeper's getting back in possession. In position, Messi's in possession. This is extraordinary, absolutely extraordinary. With the referee not giving any help to the goal, he's got to stop the game now. Well, Pierluigi Collina, the head of the referees here, did say that well, it's not a foul, he's just passed it away. Collision with his own player, which happened, of course, with the Iranian goalkeeper yesterday. But the physicality is being allowed in the game, which Collina suggested wouldn't be the case. So added time to added time. They want to run on the field and celebrate, but isn't in the bag. It's produced some of the I say ridiculous defending. It's not ridiculous, of course, because it's effective, but some putting their bodies on the line defending. It's Al-Shirani who was collided with the goalkeeper. They were now on the brink of his, well, I wouldn't say it's perhaps his most famous victory, certainly in the World Cup. It would be, he's won the African Nations Cup. The Africa Cup of Nations, to give it its correct title. Two different countries, so it's a feat in itself. It's a very good fit for this job. Well, they're trying every trick in the book. The thing is, these days, all the referees know all the tricks in the book. It's just adding, the delay adding to the sense of drama, which is considerable. They can't believe what they've seen. There's some tears in the eyes, maybe. But this is Argentina, twice winners, 5 times finalists against Saudi Arabia. We've only been in the World Cup 5 times before this time. Only once got out of the group stage. It was back in 1994. A team that's conceded 36 goals in its last 13 World Cup appearances. I have got another substitute ready to come on. Mohamed Albrecht, who played 3 times in the last finals. It's fullback, so we'll go when he gets the signal. Waiting for the board to go up. Big applause for the stricken Al-Shirani. Go straight over. Albrecht. And goodness knows how long we've got left. We've now had 8 minutes, but of course, about half of that's been dealing with the injury. Martinez. Fernandez, a lovely pass. Another corner. He's doing the blocking from Alvarez. The goalkeeper's taking a bit of a battering. The ball actually wasn't floated in his direction, which was a bit of a surprise. Acuna. It's going to be another corner. Al-Ghazari. Cano is the main man with the aerial ability. Should try and bypass him, which they have done this time. Half a break on, but going to come back in from Angel Di Maria around the back. Another fine save. Alvarez with the header. Almost there, Saudi Arabia. That kind of direction that Messi went for with his header a few minutes ago. To run it to the corner now. He's got a player outside him. That's the way it should go. Keeping the ball's been a real problem for Saudi Arabia in this last 20 minutes or so, but they may be able to keep it now. Hervé Renard's waving at the referee saying this must be over. Sultan, he mustn't cross it unless he's trying to win a corner. Back to Lautaro Martinez. Still alive here for Argentina with Messi. Di Maria. Sweep it in, and with that, surely the Saudis are ready to celebrate here. A most unbelievable victory. But it's not done till that final whistle. When Messi put them in front, Argentina, after just 10 minutes, this outcome was unthinkable. No final whistle. It is a Saudi throw. Neil Scaloni, 36 games unbeaten. Now on the verge of a first defeat since 2019. That's one way of giving a bit of time. They're furious in the Saudi dugout. The final whistle hasn't gone, and it still hasn't gone. One more chance for Argentina. Messi. Cleared away. And the referee continues to hold sway here. Argentina have been given the absolute limit for added time, you feel. In by Acuna. Fernandez. Well, that's a dangerous header infield. There's a race on here. My watch, we've had 13 added minutes. They've won it. Saudi Arabia have done it. Arguably the greatest achievement in the nation's history. Argentina labelled favourites, joint favourites, second favourites, call it what you will, but at the other end of the spectrum, to the side that have beaten them here. Messi scored after 10 minutes. The ball was in the Saudi net a few times in that first half, but the offside decisions came their way. And then Al-Sheri, who skated past Romero, and Al-Dasari with a wonderful strike, turned the game on its head in the first 8 minutes of the second half. And then it seemed like an eternity from the Saudi point of view before that final whistle went. It's in keeping with the wish to give more football to the fans, but these fans from South America are absolutely shocked. It's not the end of the World Cup for Argentina, don't think that for a moment. They've got 2 more group games. But for Saudi football, for Asian football, and after what happened to Qatar and Iran, the football in this part of the world, almost a home game for them. My word, they will never forget this day. And you will never forget this scoreline. Argentina 1, Saudi Arabia 2.
Saudi Arabia had only claimed 1 victory since 1994 in the World Cup, but in their 6th appearance in the tournament, they have caused quite clearly the biggest upset of this tournament so far, and it will go a long way to finding a bigger one across the remaining matches of this group stage. What a result when you consider not only the fact that they hadn't scored more than 2 goals in well over a year. They were 1-0 down, the ball was in their net 4 times in that opening half, yet despite all of that, they fought back 5 minutes after the resumption. The game was turned on its head. On the post-game show, we'll try to analyse how on earth it happened, celebrate the fact that after a couple of days where Asian footballers had not a great time on the pitch, Saudi Arabia have done the business, continuing that form from the qualifiers. Robbie Cornthwaite and Sarah Walsh alongside me, Richard Bailiffs, trying to dissect it all. Walshy, what an amazing moment for football in this part of the world. It hadn't started so well for the host nation. We saw Iran as well. Didn't go so well for them yesterday against England. But the way Saudi Arabia fought and turned this around, they absolutely deserved it.
Yeah, well, look, Asia are on the board, and it was just, what a fantastic game, just starting there. 2 world-class goals, I might add, and I really think they just played from the get-go Argentina off the park in terms of tactics. There was they've got a clear identity, this team. They don't score many goals, but they don't need to, because they really just grinded and frustrated Argentina, and they'll rue those chances they missed in the first half.
That second half, the desperation that they showed, particularly late on in defending their box, some of the tackles that were made, chasing back, cleering the lines, blocking, you just tell how much it meant to them, and it really showed. Rich, you touched on it, coming out from at half time into the second half. Argentina looked a bit asleep.